Long ago, in a quiet little town called Moresheth, lived a humble shepherd named Micah. He wasn't famous, rich, or powerful. He spent his days watching over his sheep, guiding them to green hills and cool streams. But at night, under the starlit sky, Micah would talk to God and listen. One evening, while the wind whispered through the grass, Micah heard a voice deep in his heart. "Micah," said the voice, gentle yet strong, "I have chosen you to be my messenger. Go and tell my people what is right and true." Micah's eyes widened. Me? A shepherd, he thought. But he knew God's voice was real, and he couldn't stay silent. So Micah stood up, dusted off his cloak, and began a journey that would change his life forever. Micah walked through towns and cities, and what he saw made him very sad. The people were busy building tall houses and earning money, but they had forgotten about kindness and fairness. The rich were cheating the poor. Leaders took bribes. People told lies just to get what they wanted. Micah's heart ached. He stood in the marketplace and shouted, "Listen, people, God is not happy when you are unfair or unkind. You can't fool him with fancy words or gifts. He wants something better. He wants your hearts to do what's right." Some laughed at him. Others frowned. "Who does this shepherd think he is?" they said. But Micah didn't give up. He kept sharing God's message, hoping someone would listen. One morning, Micah stood before the city gates and lifted his staff high. "People of Israel and Judah," he cried, "God sees what is happening. He will not let wickedness rule forever. The proud will fall, and the city walls will crumble if people do not change their ways." The people gasped. Some were afraid, but others turned away, pretending not to hear. Still, Micah spoke with courage. "Don't you know? God doesn't want to punish you. He wants to forgive you, but you must turn back to him." After many days, bad things began to happen, just as Micah had warned. Enemies surrounded the cities. The people cried out, "Why is this happening to us?" Micah wept too. "You forgot God's love," he said softly. "But even now, it's not too late. If you seek him with all your heart, he will forgive you." After many days, bad things began to happen, just as Micah had warned. Enemies surrounded the cities. The people cried out, "Why is this happening to us?" Micah wept too. "You forgot God's love," he said softly. "But even now, it's not too late. If you seek him with all your heart, he will forgive you." Then one night, as Micah prayed on a hill, God showed him something beautiful, a vision of hope. Micah saw a little town called Bethlehem, small and quiet, yet shining like a star. From that tiny town, God said, would come a great ruler, one who would bring peace to the whole world. Micah's eyes sparkled. He didn't know the ruler's name yet, but we do. It was Jesus. Micah leapt to his feet and ran to the people. "Listen, God will send a shepherd greater than me, one who will lead us all with love and mercy. He will bring peace that never ends." One day, the people asked Micah, "What should we do to make God happy again? Should we bring big offerings? Gold, sheep, rivers of oil?" Micah shook his head gently. "No," he said, "that's not what God wants." Then he spoke the words that would echo for generations. "What does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." The crowd went quiet. Those simple words touched their hearts. Some began to change, treating others kindly, sharing what they had, and praying with honesty once more. Years passed. Micah grew older, his beard silver like the moonlight. But he never stopped reminding people of God's love. Even when the land was troubled, Micah would look up at the sky and whisper, "God will bring peace one day. His shepherd will come." And many years later, just as Micah had seen in his vision, a baby was born in Bethlehem. Jesus, the Prince of Peace. Micah's message had come true. So, whenever you feel small, like just one voice among many, remember Micah, the shepherd who spoke for God. He didn't have power or riches, but he had faith, truth, and love. He taught everyone that God doesn't look for fancy gifts or perfect people. He looks for hearts that are kind and humble, because sometimes the smallest voice can carry the biggest message. And that's the story of Micah, the shepherd who spoke for God. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more tales from the Bible, full of courage, faith, and hope, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. See you next time here on Rabbit's Foot Tales, where every story brings a spark of wonder and wisdom.